When the scroll of China's aviation industry is unfolding under the bright light of the sixth-generation aircraft, a complicated question surfaces in the minds of many military fans: whether the legendary upgrade path of the J-11, J-15 and J-16 families, which are flowing with the bloodline of the Su-27 Sidewinder, will be finally solidified in the generation of the J-16. Since the first batch of Su-27 fighters crossed the border and integrated into the Chinese Air Force in 1992, the Chinese aviation people have been working hard on the upgrade path of the Sidewinder family of fighters for more than 30 years. Nowadays, facing the heroic posture of J-20 Dragon breaking through the sky, the sharpness of J-35 Haidongking, and the shock of the future sixth-generation aircraft, J-36 and J-50, the future of the former main force in the air, the future direction of the Sidewinder family, has touched the attention of countless people. Looking at the surging development of China's aviation industry, a viewpoint is becoming clearer. J-16 will most likely become the last and the most high note of the Sidewinder family in China's blue sky spectrum. This prediction is not to belittle the glorious past of the Sidewinder, but is based on the cold logic of technological generational turnover. The core value of the J-16's existence as a leading 4.5-generation fighter lies in its powerful multi-purpose capability. This point is precisely the Dragon. J-20 is the top 5th-generation air superiority aircraft in specific areas difficult to fully cover the shortboard. The J-20's winning formula is its unrivaled stealth performance and over-the-horizon strike capability. In order to protect this hard-won stealth cloak, it must hide its weapon systems in a limited number of built-in bomb bays. While this guarantees the sharpness of its air combat weapon, it also greatly restricts its ability to carry large-sized munitions such as anti-ground and anti-ship munitions. On the contrary, the J-16 does not need to bear the burden of stealth, and can freely mount a large variety and quantity of munitions under its wings and fuselage. When we see the shocking picture of J-16 full-mounted model, its external points are densely covered with a wide range of weapons, and its strong ground and anti-ship assault capability is the fundamental backbone of its ability to still firmly occupy a place in the era of J-20. However, when China's aviation science and technology crosses into the era of sixth-generation aircraft, the unique advantages that J-16 relies on are facing the challenge of being comprehensively dismantled. Taking the sixth-generation aircraft program being promoted by Chengfei as an example, its maiden flight information has revealed a key trend: the surge in volume. The maximum takeoff weight of the J-20 is already close to 37 tons, while the design specifications of the J-36 are likely to break through 40 tons, or even move towards the 50-ton class. This leap in volume is by no means a simple enlargement. It means that the J-36 has the ability to equip a huge built-in bomb bay with a capacity far exceeding that of the J-20, while maintaining its core stealth performance. Theoretically, its built-in weapon carrying capacity is expected to reach or even surpass the level that the current J-16 can achieve by relying on external hangars. In other words, J-36 is expected to combine top stealth, super situational awareness, network-centered warfare capability and heavy firepower to become an all-round warrior, in the true sense of the word. At that time, J-16 in the multi-purpose, this core battlefield significance of the existence of the sixth generation of aircraft will be the new elite fundamentally shaken. So, if the flanker family is not willing to end this way, is there still room to fight hard and seek a breakthrough? For example, along the basis of the J-16, to create a larger, more powerful firepower of the ultimate flanker. Russia's Su-34 Platypus fighter bomber has already been down this road. It does have amazing bomb capacity and range, but the price is a complete sacrifice of air combat maneuverability, reduced to the sky bomb truck. For China, there is no need to go back to this seemingly strengthened, but in fact the function of the old road of homogenization. The answer is obviously no. Our Boom 6 series of bombers has undergone continuous modifications to improve its bomb capacity, range and out-of-area strike capability, which is far more cost-effective than developing a large fighter bomber similar to the Su-34. What if we take a step back and build on the J-16's existing excellent air combat capabilities, and only modestly enlarge the fuselage to increase the payload? This is also thorny. The aerodynamic layout of a fighter aircraft is so delicate that it affects the whole body. The J-16's current maximum takeoff weight of about 34 tons is a delicate balance with its excellent aerodynamic design, powerful engine and excellent maneuverability. If it is forcibly enlarged to the Su-34 level of 45 tons or even heavier, the agility, high-speed performance and high-G maneuverability for which it is famous will be greatly reduced. The ultimate berth is likely to be a significant reduction in air combat capability, multi-purpose potential to tap all, positioning ambiguity, and cost-effective ratio of worrying. 4. Unlike, in the pursuit of highly informatized, networked and stealthy future battlefield, the value of such a platform geometry, obviously, its cost-effectiveness is far better than pouring resources into more advanced 6th-generation aircraft platforms, or further upgrading specialized bomber, missile-carrying aircraft. Therefore, no matter from the inevitable trend of technological development, or from the rational choice of actual operational needs, after the J-16, the possibility of China independently developing a new generation of side-guard system fighters has been minimal. But this by no means means that the J-16 will quickly disappear from the combat sequence of the Chinese Air Force. On the contrary, the J-16 is likely to become the longest-serving, evergreen, of the Sidewinder family in China, and may even be retired later than some of the early batches of the J-20. The key lies in the difference in the positioning of the two in the Air Force combat system. J-20, as a national weapon, is a well-deserved spearhead of the air war, undertaking the core mission of seizing the right to control the air in the most intense and high-end confrontation airspace. This means that the Air Force's requirements for its performance are extreme and demanding. Once the more powerful 6th-generation aircraft is in service and forms a scale combat capability, the J-20's position as the first-line sharpshooter will naturally be replaced. Its production may gradually slow down or even stop, and eventually transfer to the second line, or undertake specific tasks after the 6th-generation aircraft take over. US F-22 Raptor program retired early, while the F-15 Eagle series is still in service and even upgraded. It is this high requirements lead to high consumption, fast turnover, law of the reality portrays. J-16 is different. Since its birth, its positioning has been more inclined to multifaceted and power supplement. In the era of J-20, it is mainly responsible for a large number of ground and anti-ship strikes in addition to high-intensity air battles, as well as some airspace control tasks. Even in the era of the 6th-generation aircraft, this demand still exists. In the face of some low-intensity, low-threat level of combat areas, or types of tasks, the deployment of expensive 6th-generation aircraft is tantamount to killing chickens with a bullseye. At this time, the J-16, whose performance is reliable enough and whose cost of use is significantly lower than that of the 6th-generation aircraft, has the advantage of affordability. It can accomplish these tasks efficiently and at low cost, releasing the valuable flight life and resources of the 6th-generation aircraft for the core battlefield that really needs its top capabilities. This kind of high and low collocation, new and old combination of equipment is the general wisdom of national air forces to maintain scale, control costs and optimize resource allocation. In addition, the J-16 itself also contains unique modification potential, injecting new vitality into its long-term service. The most typical example is the J-16D electronic warfare aircraft that is now in service with the Air Force. By integrating powerful electronic reconnaissance, jamming and suppression systems on the J-16 platform, the J-16D has transformed itself into an indispensable electromagnetic assassin on the modern battlefield, capable of effectively paralyzing the enemy's radar and communication networks, and opening up a safe electromagnetic channel for its own attack formation. The reason why J-16 can successfully play this role is, to some extent, due to its less stealthy characteristics. Electronic warfare aircraft in the implementation of the mission, the need to actively transmit high-power electromagnetic waves, the signal characteristics of professional anti-radiation reconnaissance equipment in front of like a bright light in the dark, stealth performance will be greatly reduced. If J-36 is forced to modify the electronic warfare model on the platform of this kind of 6th-generation aircraft that highly relies on stealthy surprise defense, not only will the value of its expensive stealth design be greatly weakened, but the difficulty and cost of modification will also increase steeply. In contrast, the platform is mature and reliable, the procurement and use of lower costs, and the stealth performance of the J-16, no hard requirements, has become an ideal base for the modification of electronic warfare aircraft. In the future, it is not ruled out that the J-16 platform may also derive other special mission models to further extend its service chain. Looking back from the initial introduction of Su-27 SK, UBK, to the depth of localization of J-11B, and then to the transformation, excellent performance of J-16, and shipboard Eagle J-15, China's aviation people give the sidekick of the 3 decades of upgrading the epic, undoubtedly, is the introduction of a digested, absorbed, and re-innovation of a brilliant model. It has witnessed the development of China's aviation industry from the first generation to the second generation. It has witnessed the amazing leap of China's aviation industry from a toddler to a strutting one. J-16, as the pinnacle of this upgrading road, has almost tapped the potential given by the original design of sideguard to the extreme. In the face of the overwhelming superiority of China's 6th-generation aircraft, represented by the J-36, which belongs to the next generation of aeronautical technology, the development of the Sidewinder family at the platform level has indeed clearly seen the finish line. The continuation of the bloodline will eventually come to an end, but the afterglow of the legend will still shine in the sky for a long time. When the J-16 finally bids farewell to the blue sky, it will carry not only a type of fighter's successful retirement, but also the final chapter of the magnificent technical symphony of an era. As the most successful inheritance and sublimation of Sukhoi Design Bureau's masterpiece in the East, J-16 is destined to become a solid bridge in China's aviation history in the name of ultimate flanker. The future sky belongs to J-20, J-35 and more advanced, JXX, but J-16, with its excellent multifaceted capability and unique value, will continue to guard the vast airspace, where it has witnessed the rise of the Chinese aviation industry with its surging power in the coming decades, waiting for the future.